Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Sobua Gaming, and I am back here today bringing you guys just a crazy efficient, crazy awesome gold farm. This thing's 100% scalable, works with Java 1.16.4, all that jazz. And hell, I mean, other than diamonds, who doesn't want gold? Alright, so in this chest we have everything you're going to need. Really, it's only the egg, the block, and the magma blocks that you're going to need for each row. So multiply that based off how many rows you want. And if you need a magma farm, I just made one. Check out this link, man. It's really efficient, really easy to make. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just get up to the nether roof and find somewhere that is nether waste. Good old plain nether waste, not Soul Sand Valley, not basalt deltas, because we want lots of zombie pigmen to be spawning here. If you hit F3, you can get all this information. You can see your biome. Alright, so next... Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is place down at least 2 chests, one for gold nuggets and one for rotten flesh, the 2 things that you'll get from the zombie pigmen. And then we're actually going to turn into a little sorting system so you can split them up and have them in 2 different spots. On my main server, we keep the nuggets, and then we actually put the rotten flesh in a whole different room in case we want to use it for something. So place them down wherever you want them, and then just put hoppers into the back of them. Personally, I like to set up 2 sets of chests. So it's too tall for each one. You know, it just gives me a little extra, and it works really well with this sorting system. So I'm going to place those right there and stab hoppers right into the back of them as well. Kind of like this. The next step is you're actually going to make the redstone component of the sorting system. So go ahead and come out 1 extra block. Put down a block, and then come over 2, kind of like that, a T, and then 1 more. You can make these out of any building blocks. I just like iron blocks myself. Then take out your redstone torches, and you're actually going to put them on the wall of these 2, just like that. And then you can hop up top, and you're going to put down comparators kind of right here next to the hoppers. Make sure they're facing away. You don't need to put them in subtraction mode or anything. And then just fill all 6 of these blocks with redstone dust, and put down a repeater facing the other way with just the base 1 tick, what it has normal. There you go. So now the next step is actually going to be to go ahead and grab an anvil and a stack of some type of block. I guess I'll just use dirt. You really only need 8, but it helps to just do a stack. So put down your anvil and name the stack of whatever you're using. I usually just name it filler. It makes it a unique unit. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is to start, you're going to need 41 gold nuggets and 41 rotten flesh. That's just to set up the sorting system. You can let the machine run at the end for a little bit to get it and then set up the machine, or the sorter. But I like to set up first. So go ahead and place a 3rd hopper down into the side of the comparator so that you just kind of press sneak and put it right up against there so it's going straight into it sideways like that. And again. And then in each one, what you're going to do is you're going to put your gold nuggets into one, and the other 4 spots will each have one of your filler blocks. And then you do the same thing with rotten flesh. So we'll put that in, and then 4 filler. What this is going to do is it's going to tick down until it hits 41 spots, just like that, and then stop. Any other gold nuggets that flow over will pour down inside of there. And same with the rotten flesh. So then it sorts them into the box where they need to go. It will fill up the bottom box first, and then it will fill up the top one. So the only thing you have to do now is put 1 more set of hoppers on top, and these are going to be going sideways so it flows over both of them, and they'll be connected to your drop, your collection system, where all the zombie pigments are going to be killed. So once you have those set up, you just come over, hop on top or whatever, and I personally like to come out a few blocks, but at the end of the day, you only need to basically just make a 5x5 hopper system that pours into that first hopper so that everything that ends up on any of those hoppers ends up in your sorting system. Kind of like this. Alright, so once you've finished, it should look like this. It kind of all pours into the center, and it's just a big 5x5. You really only need a 3x3, but if you do 3x3, sometimes a few of them sneak by. And then I guess you could do a wall, but I like 5x5. So you want to make sure that you find the center, take the coordinates, or just build straight up from there. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to build up at least 24 blocks. That's what it takes to kill them. I like to play it safe, so I go with like a 25, 26 blocks. Doesn't really matter as long as it's enough to kill a zombie pigman from fall damage. So at least 24 blocks. Alright, so once you have that, you'll actually build out 2 blocks from the center in all 4 directions. And then you can go out to the end of each of these and build out 1 more and a block on each side, kind of making like a T shape. So you'll do this on all 4 sides. And once you have all 4 sides done, it should look like this. You're actually just going to break out all these center sections so you have a lone block in the middle. Take out your trap door, and you can place it right there. And then you're actually going to place a whole bunch of trap doors. So from the center, you can put them on the top half of each of these. Then you want to make sure you put it on the top half of the center on all 4 directions. So something kind of like that. And then just put it on the top half of the remaining blocks. Kind of like this. Oh, almost got it. So once you have them all done, just go ahead and slap them all open. When the pigmen walk over, they will actually think that these are solid blocks and they'll try to step on them, but of course they're trapdoors, so they'll fall right through. So now is the more dangerous part. So before you mess with the magma blocks, I recommend putting on some type of Frostwalker boots. If you have Frostwalker boots on, or if you crouch like this, you won't take damage when you're on the magma blocks. So just take each block and build out by 10, kind of like this. Each of the center blocks, I apologize. And 10. Now keep in mind, you can actually go more than 10. You can go about 15 blocks, 17 blocks, something like that, as a maximum size. Basically, the outer edge should be no more than 24 blocks away from the center. I just like to do 10 out because it's a little bit smaller of a circle, but it makes it a little bit more manageable, at least for me personally. So once you have built out these 10, then you just need to connect them, make your circle. If you're not that great at making circles in Minecraft, you can either watch this video if you built out 10 spots like I did, or you can go to a circle generator. I have a really good one. I actually put a link in the description. But I mean, circles aren't too hard. It's just tough to do from the ground without raising up to kind of look at it a whole bunch of times. So I highly recommend this circle generator, but you know, that's just me. Alright, so once you have all 4 and the circle completed like so, you're going to want to fill in the center section. So just kind of connect all of these little platforms that you have built here. Kind of like so with some more magma block. For those of you that don't know, the reason we're using magma block is not many mobs can spawn on it. You can still have gas spawn, which we'll take care of later, but other than that, it's just piglins. Zombie piglins. So, once you have that, just go ahead and fill it in. Alright, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're actually going to place down your turtle egg. I know in this video I placed down 4, but I just think it looks cool as 4. You really only need 1 turtle egg there in the center to attract all the piglin. Basically, when they spawn, as long as it's close enough to them, they will come over and try to trample it, and that's why they're going to fall and die. Then you just take out your trap doors and you place it next to it, kind of like this, and just close them up. The piglins will actually see it through the trap door, and they'll still run towards it, but it will protect it. Once you're done with that, if you want to make another row, build up 2 spots and then copy the design. Just keep the trap doors going from this point up though, because you do want to protect all those eggs. So once you have the basic blocks drawn out, you can hop up to that next layer and start putting down your turtle egg. Basically, I like to open up this one, put a block in there, close it up, and then open this up, and I can actually put turtle eggs right here. Just like that. There we go. And then you start the long process of putting the magma blocks down again. Alright, so now that you have all the magma blocks down, I'm going to go ahead and just keep it at 2 shelves for now, but you can go as high as you want. It just takes more magma blocks, and if you're not happy with the results, you can actually come back, tear off the roof, and build more. So once you're at that point, you build up 2, and then you put down slabs on the bottom half so nothing can spawn. You can also put down glass, but I don't know, slabs work too. I'm putting down slabs right now. I usually put down glass because I like to be able to see through the top personally, but that's just me. Slabs will work. The only spot that you don't want to put down a slab on is the very center, directly above all those turtle eggs. So just make sure that you have a slab or, again, glass over every spot that has magma block. And for those of you that don't know, the reason I say glass is also acceptable is glass is actually a block where mobs cannot spawn on. Alright, so I went ahead and built up 30 blocks above the top magma block, so about 28 blocks above the now glass. I changed the slabs to glass so I can see it. And you just hang out up here every like 10 seconds. Every layer will spawn several zombie piglins, and they'll run towards the center and die. Get you some gold, get you some zombie flesh, just like that. I'm going to hang out up here for a couple hours and see how much loot we can get. Alright everybody, welcome to me and my friends. It's actually our normal survival server. This is our gold farm and bartering farm. So I'd show it to you because you can incorporate a barter farm into your gold farm. As you can see up here, we have 2 piglins kind of trapped. When we feed the mechanism gold, they'll take it and they'll spit out some other stuff, which is auto-sorted into all these different chests. But we'll get to that in a second. So right here, you can see the bottom of the kill chamber, where all the zombie piglins will actually drop. And all the gold ends up in all of these chests right here, all the way down. Just like so. And then we actually sorted out the zombie flesh to end up in a completely different room. As you can see right here. Wow, actually we're kind of overflowing. But as you can see, this farm's really efficient for both zombie flesh and gold. And you can actually use zombie flesh with villagers to get a bunch of emeralds. So let's talk about the other side of this. If you take some nuggets out, I can come over to the crafting table and turn them into ingots. And we can take them to a bartering farm. It's nice if you work in a bartering farm together like this. So the way that we have it work is you put any ingots into here, and every so many seconds it will auto dispense one out at the piglin down below. As you can see, it's already in the system, fully loaded, and the piglin is going to start looking at it. If they'd move, maybe you can see it. Well, I'll go ahead and use this time while we're waiting on the piglins to, barter, do their thing. This whole place was actually built by my friend J72. I'll have a link in the description to his channel, man. He's got some great content, working on some dino stuff with like the game The Isle. You should go check him out for sure. It looks like it just worked, maybe? Oh, yep. See him moving? He's looking at it. Unfortunately, he's looking the other way, so it's kind of tough to tell. But every time that he does that, we get something deposited, and it's auto set into one of these chests. So as you can see, I mean, obsidian, nether brick ingots, whatever you want, crying obsidian, all kinds of stuff. It's like 16 different things that it gives us, as well as enchanted soul speed boots and bottles and splash potions, ender pearls, all kinds of stuff. So it's insanely useful. If you can put this next to your gold farm, you'll be incredibly happy. Oh, and of course, soul speed 3. You never know when you need to run. One other cool thing we have is anything you throw in here, it actually gets ejected outside. So if you look over here, it's right here, this dispenser, everything gets kicked out and despawns after about 5 minutes. So this is the same basic concept as the farm I just showed you, and it's only one layer. If we can get all this in just one layer, imagine what you can get when you build this farm. Well, there you have it. We made a gold farm, although I gotta say, this one that J72 Gaming made for us, it looks a hell of a lot better. Anyway, man, if you liked it, hit that sub button, ring the bell for more notifications, and until next time, this is Obua. I'm out.